2. Toxic relationships. I am full of energy and optimism. I am ready to find joy. Have you ever heard of the saying, sometimes love isn't enough? This is unfortunately true with toxic relationships. Sometimes, no matter how much you love a person and want to make it work, they will not be good for you. Learning to empower yourself and make healthy choices in relationships will save you a lot of stress and pain in years to come. Toxic relationships have the power to tear apart your life, ruining relationships, careers, and your self-esteem. If you're wondering what a toxic relationship is, or you're still unsure if you've ever been in one, this chapter will help to answer all of your questions. What is a toxic relationship? So what is a toxic relationship? A toxic relationship can be defined as any relationship that leaves you feeling hurt, abused, demeaned, or misunderstood. As opposed to a relationship's purpose, which is to bring you happiness and support, you feel the total opposite. You spend your time feeling upset and unsupported, with the relationship bringing more bad than good. Your judgment is completely clouded, which causes you to make ill choices that have a knock-on effect on your whole life. If you find that your well-being is compromised, your relationship is likely toxic. As it's such a subjective concept, it's often hard to pin down whether a relationship is toxic. The checklist below will help you to identify if your current or past relationships is likely to be toxic. You feel as if you're being disrespected regularly. You give more than you receive, which leaves you emotionally drained. Your self-esteem is taking constant hits. You feel as if you're constantly under attack. After spending time with your partner, you feel down. You and your partner bring out the worst in each other. They seem to bring out parts of your personality that you dislike. You need to invest a lot of your emotions into them. Blame is constantly put onto you for things that aren't your fault. There is verbal or physical violence. Jealousy is a running theme in your relationship. In every relationship, even toxic ones, there is a balance of both healthy and toxic behavior. When you're trying to determine the toxicity of your relationship, it is important to observe the behavior of both yourself and your partner, or to reflect on an ex-partner. Consider whether the behaviors that are being displayed in the relationship are predominantly healthy or toxic. If most of the time the relationship is positive and the behaviors exhibited by your partner are not typically toxic, this is a sign that it's simply a normal relationship. Every relationship has occasional conflict and turmoil, so look to address any issues in the relationship before writing it off completely as a toxic mess. It is important to keep an eye out for any toxic behaviors being exhibited by either you or your partner. It's so crucial to nip these behaviors in the bud through open and honest communication before they escalate and begin to cause problems. One of the key red flags when looking for toxicity in any relationship is insecurity. As soon as your partner shows signs of insecurity, you must work on reassuring them and understanding where the insecurity is coming from. Jealousy is another sign. If your partner starts to take issue with you having friends or creates imaginary scenarios between you and a coworker in a distrusting manner, it's a red flag. If they are overly negative, especially to the point where they are demeaning and disrespectful, this is also toxic behavior.